Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tony. I'm just going to take 10, 15 seconds to establish connection. I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. If someone comments that you guys can hear me, we're going to go right to it. We have pretty spicy topic today. It's not spicy. It's actually pretty boring. How to get online reviews, but very important one. So good morning, guys. Jason, Morris, Tony. If anyone can comment that you guys can hear me, that'll be great. So I can start and not worry about audio or video quality, the most important parts. Oh, sorry. Let me turn this up. All right. Can you? I can hear you. Good morning, Pete says. Dylan Johnson, good morning. I can hear great. All right. Awesome. So the topic today is how to get online reviews, and I have very special guest. I actually recorded a video yesterday. I'm gonna give you 3 4 minutes my conversation with Randy from DT Roofing. They are doing amazing job, and what I'm gonna do on this live sessions, this one is not gonna be more than 20 minutes unless you have a lot of questions for me, but I'm gonna try to bring you experts, someone who's doing it, who's killing whatever the topic is. Randy Hurtado is killing it in review game. At the beginning of the year, they had about 400 Google reviews. Today, they have 570. It's 170 reviews. It's insane for a roofing company. So I have a conversation with him. Igor gonna play.
First of all, congrats on 5 star. It's at that rate.
Discuss strategy. What you guys can do to get massive amount of reviews this year, because Google is the king. 90% of search happens on Google. If you guys not advertise on Google, if you did not maximize your Google My Business profile, you're missing out on business. And the more reviews you have, the cheaper advertisement gonna be. So pay attention. Let's hear a conversation with Randy.
First of all, congrats on 5 star. It's at that rate, it's super impressive. But 400 to 570 since January 1st, 170 reviews. How did you do it that fast?
Well, we ask every single customer we interact with. So the biggest mistake I think most roofing companies make is they only ask the customers they replace roofs. So if my guy goes out and does a $350 repair, it still asks the customer to review. Why? Because the review's not going to say, I called this company out to repair my roof and they charged me $350 and I was really happy. No, what are they going to say? Great company. I called them because I had a leak and they fixed it in 2 days, and I definitely recommend it.
And by the way, it doesn't matter. Even if they did say that it was a smaller repair, the review is a review because it gets buried. It adds to the number. I agree 100%. As a matter of fact, I would argue that smaller tickets generate more reviews because people feel more grateful.
And then more voluminous too.
Yeah, well, yes, but when you pay someone 20, it's just psychology. You pay someone 20 grand, you feel like you don't owe them shit. You made them rich. What else do they want? When they repair your roof for $300, they did not make enough money because people understand that they almost want to tip you. They almost feel like obligated. They want to do something else for you. It's like, oh, thank you for saving the day. Thank you for doing it. Thank you for coming on time. It's a smaller thing, but I don't know.
We took it one step further, though. As I said, I challenged my guys at the beginning of the year. I said, how many insurance agents do you go out and inspect a roof before they're going to sign a new customer? How many real estate agents do you go out and inspect the roof because they have a buyer on the hook and the roof came up in the home inspection? And the guys are like, oh, yeah, like, why aren't you asking them for reviews too? Just because you called them and said, hey, great news, nothing wrong with the roof, the flashing that the home inspection report was talking about, it's supposed to look like that. It's called counter flashing, and it sticks out from the brick and hangs over the step flashing. That's normal. No concerns. You're a good man. You just give them the best news ever. Their commission's going to be great because they're going to close on time. Or can I give you a review? And so you'll see reviews on there for real estate agents. I call this company exclusively to inspect all of my roofs for my listings. It's a no-brainer. And we make money off of those too, because oftentimes it's, hey, roof looks great, accept. And for $500, we could repair these things. Or, call your seller, the roof's hammered, they need to file a claim. I think in 2020, 30% of our roofs were real estate roofs.
Wow.
because we had so many real estate agents contacting us. We affected their process. We said, hey, the old way is you wait until a home inspection report comes to call a roofer. Stop doing that. As soon as you list the property, call us, have us come out, and we'll inspect the roof immediately. That way, if there's nothing wrong, great. If there is anything wrong, or if you replace the roof, now you can update your listing with brand new roof. Now, when you're at the end trying to negotiate the price, you have all the chips because you're like, I just put a $30,000 roof on this house, and you're able to retain more of your commission. That really hit the mark with these real estate agents. And so now most of the real estate agents from Keller Williams to Magnolia Realty to Elevate, they're calling DT Roofing and having us inspect their roofs.
Wow. Have you ever gotten negative reviews, but they were deleted?
No, I mean we've had a couple of negative reviews. You could sort by the reviews and see that but it's like 6 of them. And if you read them as a contractor, you'll go, oh, this is probably a competitor, or that sounds like a caring customer that there's nothing they would have done that would have made them happy. We have, like, for example, we had one lady gave us a 1-star review because we repaired a swath of her roof that was wind damaged. And even though we used the exact shingle that was on the house, because the house had a 10-year-old roof, the shingle was darker than the rest of the roof. And so she showed a picture of it saying, this is what they call a repair. And so I was able to call the customer up and explain to her, man, we literally used the exact shingle that's on your house. It just faded over time. And so it's never going to look the same. I said, the best we could do is harvest shingles off the back of your house, put them in the area that we repaired, put those in the back. We're still going to have to charge you more if it's an aesthetic issue. But we did the repair correctly. We stand behind that repair and give you a 1-year warranty. She went back and updated it from a 1-year to a 3-year because she said, although I'm not happy with the final result, the owner called me and explained why it looks like that, and I was satisfied with his answer.
First of all, congrats on 5-star. It's at that
Igor, what's going on? Still playing. Oh, it's lagging? All right. Sorry, guys. I was listening to conversation with a little bit behind as well. So I want to summarize this. So first of all, DT Roofing is an amazing leader in reviews. They're getting close to 100 reviews. I want to say in not in a month. So this year they already have done 170. So 50, 60 reviews per month. Huge rate. Number one is you have to do repairs. You have to do small service calls. There's a reason for it. And not only it's more profitable, you probably heard on the channel a lot. I do recommend do repairs. It's profitable. You get exposed to more jobs. It's cheaper to advertise. But when it comes to reviews, review is a review. When I was doing storm roofing early on, I mean, we have 350 reviews in 2 years of business. At the end, we were close to 1,000 reviews after like 5 years in business. It's insane. I had more reviews than majority of my competitors, and a lot of those reviews were from smaller jobs. The psychology behind it is very simple. When people are giving you 20, $30,000 job, they often count your money. They often think that you are making a killing, you are making good money. And when you ask for something else on top of it, for many people it doesn't do well. For many people, they're like, what else this guy want? That's why so many of you are struggling. And I hear this all the time, like, Dmitry, we're asking for reviews, we're asking, people just would not do it. Well, if you come off as a greedy person, or if you come off as someone who makes load boat of money, guess what? When you drive that fancy truck, some of you guys like to drive luxury vehicles. How do you think homeowner feels about transaction with you when they did not see you on the job site, when they see the lifestyle that you have if you're on the fancy end, and when they see that someone else did the job, they're not gonna reward you with that review. Now, reverse engineer that to repairs. When you do job for $350, you save the day. You did not make a lot of money, even if it's 5, 7, $800. Even if you've been there for a couple hours, you save the day. You stop the leak. You fix the problem. They know you did not make a lot of money. Now they almost feel like they want to like they appreciate your service, they appreciate that you came on time, you save them money, and now when you ask for a review they want to reward you almost with a tip, with the extra. It's kind of awkward to give contractor extra tip like we do at the restaurants, but review is where is that. I remember so many times when I see that homeowner have been super happy with me, I took that opportunity to ask for a review. I said, you know what? You can do something for me. I see that you're happy, because people almost ask you, like they almost want to refer you. They almost want to talk about you. They almost want to tell others about you. And they say, like, what can I do? As a matter of fact, what I've practiced a lot, I would do something at no cost or something that I could charge for, but I didn't. And at the end, I would say, you know what, we moved that furniture, we protected this, and we help you with that. All I ask, if you can give us review at the end. People would like to do that because there's a value to it. You did something. Maybe you went to the store and bought, 1x6 to replace their fascia or reset their downspout. You don't have to charge for every activity in the job. And when you don't, people feel obligated, people feel like they need to do something else for you. So that's number one, do a lot of repairs. Now, second thing what you want to do, you definitely want to ask on every job. DT Roofing, Randy, you heard him share it with you. He said that they ask every job, like you. And even if you did not do the work but they still have experience with you, you still can ask for review. Like for example, inspections for real estate agents, um, different types of inspections. If you had good, let's say money was not, you did not exchange the money with the homeowner, but you still provided some kind of value, even on estimates, you still can, how people give you better reviews despite the fact that they did not hire you. Well, reverse engineer it. You can also ask for reviews because you helped them. Maybe you came out and inspected for hail damage, but they did not have one, right? So you give them a report, you say, hey, your roof is fine. I recommend you check this, this, and this, and maybe get an estimate. In a few years, you're going to need a new roof, but today you're fine. People appreciate it. People appreciate the honesty. And when you feel like they're super happy with you, you can say, well, you know, I'm not making money here. I drove here, but would you give us a review? You can actually ask for reviews even in on those inspections. Second thing, next thing is not only you want to ask every job, but you want to reply to every single review. Oftentimes, what I see roofers do, they reply to negative ones, and we'll talk later how to reply to negative review, and I'll share with you one-star review that I just got a couple weeks ago and what happened to it. But you want to reply to every single review and you want to compliment them. You want to say something about them, something personal. It cannot be just can't answered. When people took time to review you, they also will take time to read your reply. Make it personal. When you reply, say, hey, I'm glad we could help take care of those dogs, take care of those kids, take care of that, like whatever that property, that whatever you learned from them, whatever experience was unique, write it in a way where that people feel that it was not just a transaction for you, that you're also a personal person, because personal business owner, later on people will be reading positive, negative, and also replies from the business, and also potential customers who will come to you and who was with maybe on edge writing, not writing a review. If they see that you reply to every single review just for the sake of it, they'll drop you 5 stars or give you a sentence or something. Maybe if they see that you're a funny person and you're personal and you're replying something unique every time, they will do it just for the engagement. As a matter of fact, I remember years ago, I think it was either Arby's, one of the restaurants, and they were replying on Twitter to absolutely every comment, and people were tweeting just because they knew that uh, what was the Andy's, Arby's, one of those food chains. They were replying to every single comment, and you could be very sarcastic about them. You could roast them, and they would roast you back, and it was a lot of fun. So you can create that game in reviews. If you leave in reviews, it'll be amazing. Now, what I want to finish it. So to summarize it, do a lot of repairs, reply to all reviews, ask every single job for reviews. But I want to address something about negative reviews. When people give you 1 star review, it's not end of the world. I know it hurts. I know there's a lot of companies now and the competition will do it. Like you can actually hire people to write negative reviews on your competition, and it sucks. Ex-employees can write them, competition can write them, like, and you want to reply to them in that sense, right? So if you feel like it's competitors review, just say it. We think this review is coming from competitor. Now, when homeowner who maybe did not even use you gave you 1 star review, still reply to it, but always be polite. Polite in reviews. For me personally, and this is just my take. This is my channel, so I give you my advice. But my advice is, customer is always right, homeowner is always right. Even when they don't, they are. Um, Couple of weeks ago, we received 1 star review on directory.com. uh, 1 star review was pretty bad. The guy got 3 leads from directory and he did not want to renew. So he'd been on directory for 2 years, $500 a year. He told in the review that he got 3 leads or 3 jobs, which is, by the way, it's not like, I guarantee you it was more than that. So if he says that he was getting 3 leads or 3 jobs, he probably got more out of it. But he did not want to renew, and that's fine. And he pretty much told us he doesn't want to keep investing in it. He was expecting more jobs, and I understand that. Like, honestly, I understand the frustration when you trying something new and you don't get results right away. Maybe you have higher expectations. Maybe I oversold it. Maybe people thought it's going to be moving faster. Even though we're happy with the results and our growth, I know it's not enough. I mean, I'm happy to the point. Like, I want to grow faster. Who doesn't? But this guy writes me a very negative review. He's my friend on Facebook also. I know the guy for many years. And I replied to review online, and actually, he did say that the owner of the company is bashing Angels List and Home Advisor publicly, and I don't like that. And he was right. Many people don't, and I see his point. So I reply, and he said something within the lines. He's probably gonna bash me after this review, and that's where I drew the line. I'm like, I would never do that, but I replied to him and say, "Thank you for your review. Sorry it did not work out for you. We wish you best of success." And I reply. And then I also messaged him on the Facebook. I said, man, I wish you talked to me first. Sorry it didn't work out. And we started talking. So I was very apologetic. Um, I admitted my wrongs, which is, I mean, not delivering more results, I guess. And I said, you could talk to me first. We could work it out. If anything I can do, let me know. Wish you nothing but success. He replies to me, asking me, do you want me to delete the review? And I said, you do what you think is right. And here's the key, guys. This is my advice from bottom of my heart. Never ask homeowners or anyone to delete their reviews. I would argue that 1 star reviews are better for your business than 5 star reviews. That's where you learn your weakness. I'm type of guy that I always at the gym and in business, I always work on my weakness, not on my strength. If I'm good at something, I'm gonna keep improving it, but that's not priority. I'm only as strong as my biggest weakness. So when I look at my 1 star reviews, when I look at the videos that is not performing, that's where I need to work on myself, and that's what you need to work on yourself. And oftentimes, the reason we ask for someone to delete the review, it's because our ego is hurt, because we don't want to face the reality that we failed. If you got 1 star review, I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, it's your fault. It's your sales. Like someone, maybe you did get that one Karen, but I can find you 100 roofing companies in the country who has 500 plus reviews and they did not get one negative. It They do exist. It can happen. You have to become so good at customer service that people are you become your raving fans. And those negative reviews is not a problem. The problem is what led to it. It's your skills, how to resolve conflict, your skills, how to resolve dispute with the homeowner. That's what at stake here. You will have many disputes with the homeowners to come. And if people are not happy with you, they're going to tell way more people than people who are happy about you. That's why it's so important to ask every single one. But when people give you 1-star review, please take time to meditate. Don't reply right away. Don't be rude. Do you remember the story last year? I covered it. There's a roofing company in Canada who have sued tenant, not the homeowner, tenant, over 1-star review. You know why they did it? Because they could. They have sued them for $100,000. So local news company have heard the story. They came in and they interviewed the tenant. They covered the story that the roofing company is suing this tenant for $100,000 over 1-star review. And guess what? As a result, they got way more 1-star reviews in this day and time. And this is very sad. I don't like it, but we live in a cancel culture where if you do something stupid like that, if you declare the war on ex-employee, on a customer that gave you 1-star review, I'm sorry, but they can cancel you. They can unite, and you always have to be the most reasonable guy at the end. I'm not enjoying 1-star reviews. I'm not enjoying the hate I'm getting. Guess what? I have a thick skin. Comment away, hate me, give me 1-star reviews. I know my mission. I'm going to listen to my critics. I'm going to listen to 1-star reviews that I'm getting. I'm going to learn from them. I'm going to improve, but I'm always going to be professional, polite, and reasonable in doing so, because the whole world is watching how you react and what do you do in those situations. And I'm telling you, there's nothing better than reasonable business owners and reasonable business people and at customer service who are dealing with the Nazis on other end and Karens, but still above them. I remember at airport, I was watching other day, and this lady at the counter, she was not a flight attendant, but she was working at the airport, and she has this person. The flight was canceled, and this guy was absolutely pissed, screaming, yelling, how could you do it, like mad at airplanes, the whole world, right? And she was there holding her ground, holding her cool. She's like, sir, what can I do for you? What else can I do? And the whole line of people were pissed. This one guy was not, and someone was filming it, and the way she holded herself, it was absolutely incredible. Think about when you reply to negative, any negativity towards your business, when people are screaming, yelling, demanding something. Think about if camera is rolling and people are filming your reaction. I've been in business for 7 years. I've never been sued. Many times I would, like, I remember coming to the job sites when people before would come, like my salespeople would call me and say, Dmitry, this one, they're just not happy. They would call me names before I showed up, like literal names, you know, F words, like we hate your company. We have one job years ago. This lady, she wanted to sue us, as she said. Everything went wrong on the job. One of those. Tree fell on her house. She got moisture trapped in the attic. And she was claiming that she got hospitalized because of us, because it created mold in the attic and we did not do what we were supposed to do. Now mold affected her. And she went to the hospital. She was recording conversation. So did I, of course. So I went there. It was 5 6 years ago. At the end, she was hugging me. She never sued us. I stood my ground. I did everything I can. It was like $40,000 to $50,000 claim. I knew that we did not do anything wrong. We fixed her roof. We got everything approved, but she wanted us to pay for medical bills because it was more mold in her attic, and she was blaming that mold on us, not on State Farm, not on weather or rain, on us. We were at fault. And you will have those customers, but always be the bigger person in real life, but also in your reviews, because those reviews are for the world to see. And you know who is seeing them? Your competitors, your enemies. and maintain the highest possible level. The reason you want to ask every single one to review is very simple, because people gonna review regardless, especially when they have a bad experience. So if you don't have your review game on, sooner or later you're gonna start getting bad ones, and your ratio not gonna be in your favor. I don't think anyone can make in a roofing business with a 3-star reputation. Once it drops below 4, you're in trouble, my man. Like you have to figure this game out, because people don't, I mean, you will stay in a hotel that's 3.9 stars, but you're not going to stay in a hotel at 2 stars. And people don't hire contractors with a 3-star rating. Why? Because it's competitive. There's plenty of guys who has 5-star rating. So the more positive reviews you have, the less negative reviews will affect you. Let me read comments really quick, and we're gonna wrap it up for today. Jade was summarizing. Hello, guys. Eric, Florida. Hey, Eric. All right, guys. No more questions. Pretty straightforward. I don't want to take more of your time. Get back to work. Work on those reviews. I wish you best of luck, and please figure out this game. Reviews are the most important thing in your business. By the way, huge update. Directory just Google just added directory reviews, add suggested reviews about the business. So if you do have listing with the directory and people Googling you, you know how Google shows reviews from the internet? Today, you actually have that function. So people will see your reviews like on Thumbtack, and now directory is one of those. Huge deal for us. I just learned about it yesterday. So we're not stopping. Directory is growing. We're building something every single day. Hope you guys, majority of you will be joining directory, so I can recommend you. I don't give bad recommendations. We have a questions. Okay. Jason Harley's asking, what's the most effective tool used to get the review? We use links in text, emails, and a card given to them in the hand with a QR code. Any other ideas? Honestly, just that. I don't recommend third parties anymore. Back in the day, we have Bird Eye and few, like I would say any automation will do, but nothing beats the personal touch when you ask them. Like what I would do, honestly, if you're right next to them, just ask them to review right on the spot. Like, would you do it right now? Maybe at the kitchen table when you're picking up final check. The only comment I want to say about Google is if they don't have a Gmail, if they have Yahoo or any other else, have something else as a backup, because if people don't have Gmail, they're not going to give you a Google review, but they can give you Better Business Bureau a review, or they can give you directory review, or Thumbtack, whatever other platform is important to you. Maybe Facebook, everybody's using Facebook, but if they don't have a Gmail, no matter what you use, you can send them all emails and cards and everything you want. If they don't have Gmail, they're not going to sign up for Gmail just to give you a review. Maybe sometimes that's the problem. All right, guys. See you next week, Monday. Enjoy your week. Work hard.